We're
We're
live.
live. Oh,
Hello.
hello. And do you know what? It didn't do that crazy thing of buffering. It actually went
Straight through.
straight through. We are late, but that's my fault because I was actually getting a little bit of things ready that I hadn't gotten ready before. So now, as you can see, we've got all our decorations up. We've
I'm
decorated
sorry, I have
it.
to take this off. This is so hot, this hat.
I don't know why you keep
Oh,
persevering
I
with it.
know. I think I'm just going to do it for the thumbnail and then do it. So, how
Yeah,
is everybody? Everybody good? How's everybody feeling?
I hope everyone is well.
It's our sort of semi-festive one. We got a couple more to go, or one more
Mm,
to go actually, because
yeah.
Friday will be Christmas Eve.
Yes. So today we're going to talk
All things Christmas.
all things Christmassy. So what I wanted to talk about was I wanted to know, like when I was younger, I used to love all these like miniature things, and I used to go to the park and I used to see these like little miniature houses, like almost like a little miniature village, and I always used to wonder, oh my god, yeah, I used to be mesmerized. I used to stand there for ages, or for a young person, what felt like ages. So this year, I thought, you know what, I'd like to do a little Christmas village. Now, normally, what happens is when you start your little Christmas village, you buy one every year or every so often, and all of that type of stuff. So you can have a normal village if you want to, and there are different types of villages you can get. But I thought, because it's Christmas, I wanted to get a festive village. Now, I've only got two houses at the moment. Well, I say two houses, two buildings at the moment, and I wanted to show you the two buildings. So this was, I think this is becoming this is one of the last ones that they had, which was a coach inn. So I really, really love the fact that it was a
Is
coach.
that a Santa sleigh in there?
No, I think it's actually for a coach.
Oh, okay.
Like for the
There's
posh.
a little button at the back. Is that a
Yeah, so basically what you would do is you would hook up your power source to it, and then it would light up.
Oh,
So
okay.
it becomes a little light. So the power source is at the back there. You just pop in the little plug, and then there's a little button there, and then
Mm.
that will turn the light on. I can show you the light if I don't snap it, because I snapped the other one, so I have to buy a
Oh,
spare one.
oh no, don't do it then. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't
So
leave it.
I have to do it because I'll have to change the bulb at some point. The bulb will go
We'll
out.
leave it until the bulb
But
goes.
like you can see in there, there's a
Yeah,
light.
I can see it.
Looks
I
like a
can see
moon.
it.
I don't know if I can show it there, but you can see that right there is the light. And that's the light bulb, and that will make everything in the window shine, so it looks like people are in.
This is the first time. Well, actually, I've not really studied these. Kelly's ordered these, so this is the first time I've studied them.
Yeah. So this is I think it's called Lemax. Yeah, Lemax. And they do all these sorts of buildings and all these sorts of villages and everything else, and you can just buy
Mm.
a bit every year. Now this was £20. And this was one of the cheapest because they go up to like 100 and
Oh my
something.
god.
And online, when I was having a look, this was like 30 something pounds, but I managed to find it for 20. And so I ordered it. I actually ordered this one on Amazon. In fact, the both that I'm going to show you, I ordered on Amazon. But the other buildings that I want to order are far more expensive on Amazon. But these two buildings were actually the cheapest that I could find, and they were on Amazon. And this was on Amazon Prime. So the other one that I'm going to show you, which Mark's going to hold up, and he's going to be very gentle with it,
It's
because
rattling.
Mark is not gentle with holding things or thing. But this one is the lamp in, and I really, really liked this one.
It looks very American.
Well, because some of them are American, and then some of them are Dickensian, and some of them
Okay.
are thing. But I really liked this one, so I thought, right, I'm going to get this one again. This one was £20, and
Okay.
it was the cheapest that I could find to start building my village. But it's a Lemax again, and it's got all the snow on the roof here, so you can tell that it's part of the Christmas sort of season. And then you can see that there's little, reef. Uh, oh no, that's not the Christmas decoration. Where's the Christmas decoration? I thought I saw. I thought.
It
I
kind of.
thought I
Oh, I
saw.
think that's the
Oh,
flower bed.
Yeah, but I think the bows on it are sort of like to depend. But you see, look, this bit's a little bit loose, so I have to be a bit careful with it.
I like the cat in the front. There's a cat in the front door.
Is it a cat or a dog?
That's a cat.
Oh.
That's surely a cat. It looks like a cat.
I don't know. It looks like a dog to me. What do you guys think? Dog or cat? I mean, yeah.
Zoom. There you go.
There you go.
I'm saying cat.
I don't know. It looks a little bit like a dog to me, so I don't know. But anyway, so that's the lamp in, and you can see sort of like the little details there. I really like it. I think it's so cute.
Right, there's a big hole in the back. Is that designed so you can put a torch in there or something?
Oh no!
Oh dear.
I've just dropped something off of it now. Oh, it's the lamp. It's down
I'm so glad that wasn't me. I would have never heard the end. Of it.
This is where the light goes that I showed you, but I snapped the other light.
Oh god.
So I just have to order a new one. But now I've just lamp, and I don't want to crush the lamp, but I did feel it go under my foot.
Let's have a look. But don't worry, that's all repairable.
Yeah, that's all repairable, but I need to find it
I think
before
I think I can glue that back in.
Yeah, no, I can definitely glue it back in, but I just need to find it.
So yeah, I'll let Kelly go and find that before she stands on it.
Yes, exactly.
Oh god. So anyway, I'll take over the live while
Yeah.
Kelly's looking for a rogue lamp. So this is the first time I've actually seen this. Now, this isn't really the sort of thing I would normally get, but once you actually get it and see it, it does look actually quite good. It's almost like, in a way, a bit like a nativity scene.
Yeah.
If you like, but not, obviously it's not a nativity scene,
No.
but it's got that sort of feel to it. Very Christmassy type vibe.
Okay, I found it.
No, there you
So
are.
that's good.
Give it here.
So
Let's
that just
see.
needs to be stuck on. I've got some glue anyway.
Yeah, same here. Okay.
Um,
There you go. It's quite intricate as well. You can actually see there, look. It looks like a very Dickensian lamp.
yeah.
But there you go. But yeah, like I say, this first time I've seen it, first time I've actually viewed these ones. It does actually look quite cool. The detail on it is very impressive.
Yeah.
I have to say, if you can actually see that, if it's going to zoom. There you go. So that's the Dickensian lamp, which goes on the end there.
And this I got to go
Ho ho
my
ho!
scene, but I don't know because we're in. You might not be able to focus. Ah, there we go. So you can see.
So you've got a bit of a mixture here of Dickensian and American.
Well, Father Christmas.
Well, I mean, not he can go on anything.
Right, exactly.
Do you know what this reminds me? When I was a kid, my brother and I, we used to get mini soldiers, and just I know it's a for Father Christmas. It just reminds me of that sort of detail.
And this one is a lamp lighter to go for the lamp light in. So I just thought it was kind of cool. I don't know if it will focus.
Do that again. That tends to work.
Yeah, it's not.
There he is. Go on. You can do. Yes, you can see him actually lighting up the lamp there.
Yeah. So he's lighting up the lamp. And then I got somewhat with their Christmas present.
Oh yeah, that's focused.
Yeah, that's focused.
So which era does this go with? Is it the Dickensian one or is it going with the American one?
It's going with the Dickensian one. It's all going to be, once that fits in, I know what you're saying, it's American, but once it fits in with all the other stuff, it's going to look Dickensian.
Okay.
Or should I say, what's the other one? Yeah, Dickensian or Victorian.
There we go. Little post box. That's got to be Victorian, Dickensian. Sorry, because it's got it's got the red.
It's all Dickensian
box.
Other than.
Oh, I see.
that
So everything
building.
is. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense because it's got the red post box.
And then I love this one.
A little well.
A little well.
Well.
I just thought that was so cool, and it's got a little bucket at the side there.
Oh yeah, and it actually. Can you actually. I'm not going to move it.
No, you can't.
No, I see.
You think you? Yeah, I know what you thought. You could roll it, but no.
I like it's got the spare bucket on the end as well. You can just about see. Oh, that's really good.
So I'm really enjoying all of those little bits that we've got.
So you can imagine now this massive village is just going to come bit by bit, day by day.
And we're going to be like Gulliver.
Oh yeah, exactly. It'll make me feel like a giant.
So basically, I want to order some more stuff, but on Amazon they seem to be so expensive.
Well, everything, yeah.
the other stuff. These were actually the cheaper ones that I could actually get, although the figures were really quite expensive. Considering when I investigated a bit more, I could actually pick them up for like £2 and £3.
How much you pay for them?
Some of them were 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and I think, oh, I could have saved a couple of quid, but it doesn't matter because it goes with my theme. Otherwise, I would have been waiting. Because now I'm debating from the other, at least with Amazon, if it's on Prime, I can get it the next day or in the next couple of days. But now, when I order from some of these companies, they might not come within the day, the time that I need it. So I don't know. I'll have to see whether I'm going to order the other things this side of Christmas. I might have to order them
bit by bit.
the
We
other
might
side of
actually
it.
find, actually, ironically, just after Christmas, they'll be cheaper.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then you could build up it for next year. So, what is everybody? Georgina, hello.
Hey, Georgina. How are you?
How you doing? You okay? You're ready for Christmas? Are you working next week, or are you off? So
are you working?
I am off, and I can't wait. I really need a break, so I'm so glad to be off, relaxing, enjoying Christmas. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward actually to taking a break. It's been a really long, hard slog to get to this point, so I'm really happy. But yes, Georgina, what are you up to? Are you off? Oh, I think you haven't plugged in the battery.
Oh, yeah. I did go over there to get that actually, and I forgot.
So yeah, are you off? Are you got any plans? Are you staying at home? Are you moving? Working on Monday and then off. Oh, I'm so glad as well. Do you know what? It's one of those things actually. Last year, I did that. I worked the Monday and then had the rest of the week off. But it's just something nice about knowing that you don't have to go in for an entire week. And I haven't done this since doing summer leave. So it's nice to take that real nice break and just have that week off as well. So have you got anything nicely planned for the week and your build up to Christmas? Are you going to be doing shopping? Are you doing shopping online?
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of our shopping online.
Yeah,
actually.
that's what we've been trying to do. So because of the pandemic and obviously the Omicron variant, we've been trying to avoid the shops actually and doing a lot of shopping online. So but for the first time, I ordered something from Argos. And the guy asked for a signature. Now, I've not had that in parcels for a long time. Normally, you just take a photo and drop it. But he insisted on a photo because I don't want to get too close. So you sign it with your finger on the little pad.
Oh, right. I see. I wasn't sure how they were taking.
Yeah, they were doing that. So I've got to use your finger and I think I don't want to get too close. You're trying to lean over like this and sign it with your finger. But yeah, so I was meant to be visiting my sister in Germany, but decided best not to travel. Oh, wow. No.
It's a shame, though. But
yeah, and Germany's had it quite bad. They've been in lockdown, haven't they? So I don't know if the lockdown's eased, but I did know that Germany went into lockdown.
I just feel like it's so difficult and it's so hard. And if last year was anything to go by, I mean, they haven't done a complete lockdown like they did last year. But last year was really difficult for a lot of people. And I feel like this year, I don't know. I just feel it's all crazy.
Last time, as you'll remember, here in the UK, we Boris Johnson locked down. I'm sure it was 19th or the 20th. It was really late at the 11th hour, and I hadn't done any shopping at all. So my plan was I'll do it on the 21st, 23rd, just all the few days I had off up to Christmas, and I couldn't do anything because all the shops were locked down. So I ended up having to get vouchers and do what I can. Georgie said, it's my first Christmas without my dad. So it will be a strange one, but we will remember him as we do every day. Oh, well, I hope, like I said, you have an actually fantastic Christmas.
I'm sorry to hear that. And I do hope you have a lovely Christmas. And remember the good times. Yeah, that would be lovely to get together and, talk about stories and memories and things like that. We do that sometimes because my grandparents have passed away. And we're very, very close family. So I was very close with my grandparents. And, every now and again, me and my mum might say something about my granddad, or we might say something about my grandmother, should I say. And it's nice to remember them, but it is sad. It catches me unawares sometimes.
But yeah, so we do hope you have a really good Christmas run up to it. Have you done all your Christmas shopping? Is everything done? Oh God, mine's never ending. It's one of those things. One thing that does I don't like about Christmas is the fact that if it's somebody's birthday, you're buying one present for that person. If you're doing Christmas, you've got to buy for everybody. And I think, well, I am done. I am physically done. I have bought everything. Then suddenly somebody you weren't expecting gives you a present. And I think, oh no.
Yeah, but your biggest problem is you do everything at the 11th hour.
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah. Whereas if you had planned earlier, then if that one person did get and you hadn't, it wouldn't be a big deal. You go, oh, do you know what? I'll just pop out and get it. But because you're doing so many at the same time, I think that's when it becomes, oh no, I didn't do this, and oh no. But I can't talk because I haven't really planned anything this year, to be honest, really. I've bought a couple of things, but nothing major.
Oh, no to Christmas shopping. And I think it's too late for online. You still got a chance. If you do, Amazon are still doing, I noticed, you'll get it just in time. Argos, and I only did this because I bought a couple of things from Argos. You can still do, they still got delivery slots next week. So if there's anything you can get in those two stores, you still got a chance. Other stuff though as well, I think I ordered somebody some present which she opens the box.
Because he put it on top of my box and he said, oh, a couple of things have arrived for you. So I knew the one of the boxes had arrived the day before or had arrived earlier. So then he put another box on top and said, oh, there's a couple of things. So, of course, I went to open the box and I thought, hang on a second. There was a couple of things in there. I didn't see the other things. I saw one thing and I thought, I didn't order this. I thought, oh, no. And then I looked at the name of the box and I thought, oh, it's got Mark's name on it.
Jordina said, did you buy a nice salami for my did buy a nice salami for my mum from Italy?
Oh, nice. Wow. Nice. Do you know what? I love Italy. I've only been there once, but I really, really want to go back again. I thought it was great in there, to be honest. I loved it. This is my last holiday. I shouldn't have worn this one. I should have worn the other one. I've got a red one, which I will wear. But this is my last sort of like holiday one that I have.
I like that one actually.
Yeah,
it's nice, that one.
I will wear this one on Christmas Day.
Look at actual fact, because mine will be the same with the hat. So you can see there, look, if I can get it around the same way, the two hats.
Yeah.
But this one is just so hot. I see how long I can last with it, and I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
Before it gets actually mega, mega hot.
Which will be about a couple of minutes.
Yeah, give it a couple of minutes. I'm going to warm up. But I do have my Mickey ears that stick through. Actually, I'm taking it off because it's just going to...
And there you go.
It's just too hot. It's just far, far, far too hot. What are you doing for Christmas? So we're actually going to my parents'. That's the plan. All being well, of course.
Yeah.
All being, so if there's a lockdown, we'll probably have to stay here.
Of course.
Which we hope not's going to happen, but that is the plan. So last year we spent it at Kelly's mum's place. So this year is
we were in her bubble.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. So just before just before the lockdown, isn't it?
Yeah.
Christmas Day we spent together. But this year we think we will actually hopefully go down to my parents' place. But we'll see. It's all going to be really, really dependent on what's going to happen.
I feel like unless you like last year, unless you were in a bubble, it was quite a
well, we had to cancel Christmas basically last year, pretty much because of it. So we kind of did sort of the celebration. Luckily got a mini celebration just before. But that lockdown was so sudden, so I'm worried that we'll do something similar. I'm not sure what will happen, but we'll wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see. It's I don't want to think about it too much. I want to do you know what it is? I just want to enjoy it. I think for me it's like, you know, when Christmas is approaching, it's the whole thing, isn't it? And it's the build up to the Christmas. But the Christmas day is only one day, very much like a wedding. So all the build up to it is lovely, and you try not to get stressed about it. You know, there has been some stressful things, but we try not to get too hung up on it and too stressed about it, and then just try and enjoy really, which is spending time with family and, you know, just being together really.
So but one of my favorite parts is always the food. I'm looking forward to that. That's the one big thing. So your salami from Italy is going to go down really, really well. So we did a little bit of shopping, didn't we, a couple of weeks ago to Fortnum's, didn't we?
I was telling Georgina because we were emailing each other.
Oh right, okay. So we did quite a few little bits and bobs of shopping in Fortnum's. Got ourselves a few little treats.
because I was saying to Georgina where what made me think of her was when we passed Ollie and Steen.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
we
And I
still.
said, oh yeah, Georgina was talking about this. She said the pastries in here are really good. I got to go and get some. But because we were heading up to Fortnam's, I didn't want to carry the cakes. And then on the
Yeah.
way back, it was just raining and it was
Mm.
dark. And I was just like, and I'm very quiet when it gets to, because I don't like the rain and stuff like that. So,
Oh, Georgina said we're breaking up a little bit.
oh,
Well, I think we've had this problem. Funny enough, we had this problem
on
last week.
Tuesday.
Right, let me turn off a few devices because I think that's what seems to be the problem. And yeah, you carry on.
Okay.
I'm going to turn off a few
Sure. I
devices.
was just trying to think what other devices that I could turn off. Yeah, so when we went, so when it got to the evening, it started to rain, and I'm not one for the rain. I really don't like the rain, and it was just like coming down, 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 and I just thought, oh, do you know what? This is not for me. So I get very quiet, just waiting. We were waiting for the bus, and then Mark wanted to take a cab, and we couldn't even get a cab for love nor money to get us to the station. So,
Oh God, no! Every single. Oh, all okay now.
okay, good.
Good. Yeah, I've just turned off a few devices. We this is what we do. So when I'm working from home, I've got my laptop on. Kelly's got her laptop on. There's about 5 or 6 other devices that we've got attached to the website, and we're mystified why it keeps breaking up.
Well, I've only got 2 devices, which is the laptop and my phone. That's the only 2 things.
Yeah, but
I
that's
have.
enough. But then it all adds up, doesn't it? And I've got 2. Then you know, this, and then this, and then this. So that's what happens. The Wi-Fi's go.
You've
I
got
can't
like
go.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
You should only have 1. But yeah, so so it was just we couldn't even get a cab. We managed to get a bus, but the bus was packed.
Mm.
And I was just like, oh. But we got to where we needed to get to, and then we just came home. But I would have liked to have gone around a bit more, but it was just too, we spoke about this in the last live that we ate at the crypt.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we ate at the crypt in just off of Trafalgar Square.
Yeah, but you know, it's so Christmassy in London. It's like there's so many lights, and all the shops are really nicely decorated. There's quite a few Christmas markets.
Mm.
So you've got the one in
Yes.
Trafalgar Square, and then you've got one in Leicester Square. Now they're both very similar.
Mm.
There's not that much difference between the 2 markets. And then you've got South Bank. And I don't know if I saw another one, or did you mention to me that there was another one on the way to somewhere?
No, there's a South Bank. We saw the one in Trafalgar Square.
Leicester
there was
Square.
one in Leicester Square.
Can't remember if we saw another one, but anyway,
Yeah.
I just thought it's just so lovely and Christmassy, but it in those places is just so packed.
Yeah.
I just wanted to have a look at the store or film a couple of the stores, and I couldn't because the people were just in the way. They were just like there, and they were just standing there. They weren't even sort of like picking up things, or not that you should be picking up things, but you know what I mean, like looking at things, asking about things. They were just standing there, and I was just like, even if somebody else wanted to pay, they couldn't, or even if somebody else had intentions of buying something, they couldn't because it was just so many people. But Trafalgar Square has really changed since I was young, because Trafalgar Square when I was young was just full of pigeons, and you had the stalls there for the seeds to feed the pigeons, and so the pigeons would land on your arm, and it would be like an upside down, you know, like shaving cream lid that you would get full of seeds, and then you would hold it, and all these pigeons would come and land and start eating the seeds. It was crazy.
When you say it's changed, I thought it hasn't changed at all. But I mean, yeah, the pigeons are gone, so the actual architecture has remained exactly the same.
Oh no, they've redone the flooring in there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it was all really dark paved over.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, when I was younger. I'll have to find some pictures, but
Okay.
yeah, the paving, and it was full of birds
But
nonsense. Yeah. So they've actually changed the actual paving because there was light and dark pavings on there. They'd actually redone the whole paving. Yeah,
I'm surprised actually. They have got the pigeons seem to more or less just completely gone. I don't know how they got rid of them.
They specifically got rid of them. Somebody one day, I don't know who it was, said, "Oh, they're going to." It was on the news. They were going to get rid of the pigeons out of Trafalgar Square, and a lot of people opposed it
Oh, Pav Naya said, God bless you, beautiful guys. I hope you're well. We're all
Oh,
really well.
thank
Thank you,
you.
Pav. I hope you are well too.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, how are you? You
I
well?
hope you're well. But yeah, so they just decided to redo Trafalgar Square. They put a lot of money into it.
Yeah, they have.
And obviously, and a couple of the slabs were buckled and things like that. Actually, in Trafalgar Square, so they got rid of all that and redid the paving there and all that.
Georgina said, and they've added toilets.
Yes, they have. Yeah. They've added toilets, which is just so before you go up the steps on the left, there's toilets there.
Well spotted.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Christmas market actually itself, though, we did video. We haven't put videos up for ages. We must do that.
We've got
quite a few to put up there. So, but yeah, the actual market itself was quite interesting. It's very sort of samey. I mean, you pretty much get food, a few trinkets, and a few little Christmas decorations there. But yeah, the food was really popular. So they had the German Bratwurst, so all the sausages, and Dutch pancakes as well. They seem to be really popular. So tiny little ring pancakes. They give you several of those. What else did they have?
Loaded fries.
Oh, fries.
They had loaded fries there.
What else did they have?
And they had like a sweet stall, which was like candy floss and fudge, and all of that. I think I took some pictures actually.
Yeah.
And then what else did they have? They had a stall that did all these sort of like for Christmas, all these sort of like little woodland creatures and all sort of different things made out of wood. It was really quite clever. It was really nice. And then they had that stall, you know, where it spins around and it goes in and out. You videoed it. And I think I actually put it in the video.
Yeah, it's like a mobile. So the thing that spins round and it looks as though so they got like a skull and different shapes.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's moving. It's just a flat thing they cut into different sections, and then those things spin around independently. So it looks
and then
like
it looks like it's going like this.
They seem to be really popular.
Yeah,
as well.
very.
Loads of people were buying these things. I suppose it's that novelty fact. It's one of those things to me that you would never out to actually look for, but it's the sort of thing you walk past, see it, think, oh, that's great, I'll buy it. But it's not something you would actually physically go out and look for, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But there were a lot of people there that bought those, and they also had that. But it's actually in. If you look at London Weekend Part 2, it's actually in the Part 2 part where we actually go and have a look in the market. It actually might be in Part 1. Because we went to the market both days, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. So I think
it might be in Part 1 then, rather than Part 2.
And as you can see, actually, we've added to our decorations. Kelly bought the Santa and his sleigh, so I've tried to put them in a running formation.
Yeah, and then we got the Santa hat, a couple of Christmas cards that we've got,
and the bell. And
I got Merry, and I do have the Christmas part, but they didn't send us the C. They sent us an extra M.
So you're going to have to imagine the Christmas below it, but we just got Merry at the moment.
Yeah, unless it's going to say Maristmas, because they sent us an extra M. So I've sent them an email today, but I don't know if we'll get the C, if they'll send us the C, or whether we'll get the C in time. But yeah, so we've added a few more decorations. But this part of the room, because we've got two parts of the room, so we've got the living room and this is a sort of dining room part, and the dining room part never really gets decorated every year.
Exactly. So we decided to go a bit more this year. So, and our little decks. So I don't know if you guys have got your decks up all ready to go, but yeah, so that's what we've been doing last. Well, actually, because every year we just put minimal decks. So Kelly really went for it this year. She's put up those little bits there. That's actually, they're just cutouts.
Yeah, they're just cutouts, and I saw them online, and a lot of the stuff we got was from Amazon, because they send stuff the next day.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh, do you know what? Because this side of the room doesn't really get decorated that often, I'm going to order some stuff. And I mean, we normally do put the stockings there, and we do like the little clothes line there, but that's it normally. That's all there is on, and sometimes we put the little strings up. And then that's it. We don't really. So this time I thought, oh, do you know what? I really like the look of that sleigh. So we just got to I've got a little envelope here that it came in. So I just got to make sure I've got to put everything back in that little, in the little envelope ready to use next year. when we decorate again.
Yeah. Now, a couple of viewers did ask us about the stockings, as you can see there, there, and there. So we did get those from Florida. We were talking about this last live, but
The last couple of lives,
yeah,
we
we just said
it.
so. Just to mention it again very, very quickly. So yeah, those two came from Florida. We got those in Florida. They did the embroideries. You can just see that says Kelly and that one says Mark. So we got those embroidered as well.
Yeah.
From Disneyland or Disney World.
Disney World,
Disney
not
World,
Land.
not Disney World. I always get these two mixed up.
Land is in California. Is that right? LA.
LA, I think.
And the Disney World is in Florida, and the reason it's Disney World is because it's several parks, whereas Disneyland is only 2 parks. I believe it's Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
those are the only 2.
So we're missing going to those. Actually, we have not been for at least 2 years, and obviously purely because of the pandemic. So is there a place that you guys like to go to on holiday or wherever you like to visit that you haven't been able to go for a while? One place that you've really missed and really want to get back to seeing? Is there a place that you really, really, really miss and just want to go back and see?
Do you guys like to go away at Christmas? Is that, or do you find that you wouldn't want to spend your Christmas in a hotel room? Is that the sort of thing that would bother you? Like, how do you feel about Christmas?
Well, do you know what I should say? So, as you know, we did Mauritius several years ago. Hey, Ben and Siobhan.
Hey, Ben and Siobhan, how are you?
You're right. This is Bromley. Yeah, we spent Christmas in Mauritius. So, and that for me was strange because obviously coming from the UK.
Oh, I think Benny's saying Bromley because that's where he spent Christmas.
Oh, I see. That's where, yeah, right.
When he woke up in a hotel room.
The weirdest place he spent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in Mauritius, we spent it in Mauritius. Now that was to me really strange because you wake up on Christmas Day because it's summer there. So it was really, really hot. It must have been about 28, 29 degrees, maybe 30s actually.
Yeah,
30s.
It might have been 30s.
So it's really strange to wake up on Christmas Day when it's really hot. You get into shorts, you get into your t-shirt, and then you go downstairs for breakfast. It doesn't feel like Christmas at all. But if you're Mauritian, you're used to that because obviously Christmas time will be in the summer. But for us, because Christmas is in the winter, it doesn't feel like it felt like, honestly, it felt like it was August.
Yeah, I think for me, I knew because I've been away for Christmas before that. But for me, I knew that although it didn't feel like Christmas because when you think of Christmas, you think warm, hot chocolate, cozying up under blankets or whatever it is. But I knew that it wasn't going to feel like Christmas per se, but I knew I was going to enjoy it because I like to spend Christmas. Who would like to spend Christmas on the beach? And that's what we did. We spent Christmas on the beach. We went for massages. And you know what I liked? We didn't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything to worry about. Wake up, shower, come downstairs, enjoy the buffet breakfast. They treated us really nice.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic. That was really, really good.
They brought us whatever we wanted or needed. Because we went half board because we don't really eat lunch when we go on holiday anyway. You have your massive breakfast and then you have your buffet. But me personally, I get fed up of buffets quite quickly.
Don't know how can anybody that hate buffets love buffets? And
when I was in Mauritius, I had room service a few times, and I really enjoyed the room service. For me, because when you have buffet, it's just like sitting there, it's just mass produced nonsense to me. Except for the Wicked Spoon, that actually was made fresh.
I beg to differ, but anyway, go on.
But anyway. When we went to when I had room service, it was specifically cooked.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And so it tasted different.
Yeah, well
it wasn't dried out or it wasn't,
But that's like a regular restaurant meal. So if you order, they'll cook to order.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed that. I didn't have that on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, I went downstairs like everybody else. But we stayed in a really nice part. So when I booked, and I arranged it, we stayed in the nice part of the hotel and all of this type of stuff. And they regularly gave us water, and they
Yeah, yeah.
regularly changed our bedding, and they regularly left little towel animals and flowers, and a plate of fruit or whatever and all that. So we were treated really quite nice, to be quite honest. And I enjoyed every minute. We went for 18 nights, and we enjoyed. We went to different places. We went on different excursions. We had fun.
Do you know what? That's one of the things I've got to say. When I've been on a holiday that's 3 weeks, there's just something it always takes you about a week to just get out of work mode, home mode, and then relax. So when you've got a 3 week one, if you do 2 weeks, it's nice. But I'm only really getting it into week 2, and then you think, oh God, this is my last week, then I'm out. But if you've got 3 weeks, you get to week 2 and you think, I've got 2 more weeks, but I'm relaxed now, so I can enjoy those 2. So I think for me, I've never done a month.
Yeah.
But
I could quite easily do a month.
Yeah, you could, yeah. But yeah, I've never done that, but I would love to do that. I'd love to do it. So let us know in the comments, have you guys ever been able to do 3 weeks or a month holiday somewhere? And if so, what was it like?
Yeah.
Did you struggle to adapt when you got back?
And do you like being away for Christmas, or is it you went away for Christmas once and never again? You were lonely. You're fiddling about with my stuff now, and I'm just thinking,
I know she's been anxious.
You're going to break something, and I'm going to be mightily.
I'm moving these figures.
Look, this is what I'm saying. Stop.
I don't know why I do though. I just sort of fidget with things when I'm doing the live. So I need something to fidget with. So if I just grab the first thing and fidget with that. So they are nothing else to fidget with. Yeah, so one thing I did find though, when we did the 3 weeks in Mauritius, when I got back, it was very difficult for me to adapt back to work. Right. Because I've just totally relaxed. You come in, when you come, well, especially in my place, when you come back into your work mode, you're hit with all this stuff because a lot of it's been built up whilst you're away.
What, even in January? Can't have been that busy in January.
Yeah, it was always busy. It's never ever quite where I am. So, but things like, I've forgotten my password. I've forgotten.
Yeah, but you would easily forget everything.
No. I don't normally do that. But even when I go away for a week or so, I'll always remember my password and log in. But for 3 weeks, I completely forgot that. It was, it was just mad, really. It was, and that's it. I was so relaxed coming back. You forget at what pace you travel. So the way I likened it was, imagining working is you're on a treadmill going at full speed. Then you get your holiday and you step off that treadmill and you're back to walking pace, and you forget what that work is like. So when you're relaxed and you get back onto it, it's very difficult then to adapt. It gives me about a week and a half, and then I'm back onto the running away really, really quickly. But yeah.
I don't think we've been away and had so many massages.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic. I've got to say, recommend. That was the first time. Oh no, first time abroad I'd ever had a massage. But I think the first time we had a massage, that was the first time I'd ever had a massage. Before, I just thought, they're a waste of money. What am I going to pay?
Oh, you mean us together? You mean you'd never had massages before we were together?
No, yeah, exactly right. I always consider them a waste of money. I thought, well, how good can they actually be? When you have them, you think, oh wow, that's amazing. That's so good. Yeah, I can totally see why movie stars or rich people have them regularly.
Because we had a massage in Brighton as well, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was very nice. Yeah, we had so many massages in when we were in Mauritius that year, because I think the previous year we might have had 2, maybe 3 massages, I think.
Oh, so Ben and Siobhan have asked, what's a typical Mauritian Christmas like? I'll let you answer this one.
To be fair, New Year is actually bigger than Christmas, believe it or not. New Year's is the big thing. That Christmas is big, but it's not. I think it's like how we would celebrate it, I suppose, which would be you get together, you have your family meal, and it's you're opening presents and stuff like that. But it's weird for us because prior to that, you'd be walking. So if you were doing any Christmas shopping, we went to the malls, and the malls were dead quiet, by the way, because the native people of Mauritius cannot afford to shop in these malls. We went in there. We couldn't even shop. There were the malls were so expensive.
Anyway, back to Christmas.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So when you go, because when you go to malls here, they're all decorated, right? As in Christmas.
Yeah, they weren't actually
Christmas
there.
stars. No, they were decorated, but not in our usual decorations. So you had a Christmas tree, but it didn't look like a Christmas tree. So their version of a Christmas tree is quite weird. I don't know if it comes from the Pine family, but
Yeah.
do you remember what the Christmas tree looked like?
No, I can't.
You
actually.
can't.
I know what you're saying though, because like obviously pines are sort of, especially pine trees. You think of them as being European, especially like Scandinavian countries. Niha, you're broken up
Hey,
for Christmas
Niha.
holidays.
Woohoo!
How are you? You good? Anyway, Karen, you.
So so you do. They do decorate and everything like that, but it's different for us because I can't explain it because when you go there, the hotel will make a big fuss and they have food and stuff like that. But to be quite honest, I don't even know if they have turkey.
Well, see, so basically,
I don't even know if they. Yeah.
That's Kelly's long way of saying she doesn't know. So basically,
look at Mark showing off now.
No. I was just going to say. So from my perspective, what I would say, what I noticed, because bear in mind we were in the hotel, so we didn't actually spend Christmas outside. But what we did do, and what we did notice, is the big thing I noticed was that they celebrate the big celebration is Christmas Eve in the evening. Now that was weird to me because when we went down to the hotel on Christmas Eve in the evening, it was all these lavish food they were doing. They had all the decorations out, and I thought, wow, if it's like this now, what's Christmas Day going to be like?
I got to admit, I didn't notice that.
No, I know you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But Christmas Day wasn't as big. And I noticed that, and I think that's a very French thing. So they actually say in France that the big celebration is Christmas Eve in the evening. That's the big celebration. Whereas we tend to do the big celebration. We do it all day Christmas Day.
I don't remember that, so I can't comment. I only remember Christmas Day.
Sorry, Nahar said she's got 200 subscribers. Whoa! Well done.
Brilliant.
That's really,
200,
really good.
wow, that's crazy.
You'll be overtaking us.
I know, you'll be there soon. It sounds like, oh my God, good for you. Yeah, so when we went down on Christmas Day, because it's more the evening they celebrate, like because we didn't have lunch, we hadn't we were on half board. I don't know how it was on Christmas Day lunchtime.
No.
So I can't comment on that. But in the evening, it was everybody got dressed up. They had a party. In fact, did they have maybe they had a Christmas party in the evening. I don't know, that on one of the days they had a party, and on New Year's Eve they had a party as well.
So New Year's Eve was really big as well. So for me, what I noticed was Christmas Eve was huge and New Year's Eve was huge.
New Year's Eve was bigger.
Yeah, it was bigger.
They actually celebrate New Year's Eve more. Like Christmas is big, but Christmas is in the same vein as we would celebrate it. But yeah, I'm just trying to think. I don't remember there being turkey. I've got to admit, I don't know if turkey is one of their things that they would.
I don't remember either.
And you don't eat meat, so
no, yeah. I wouldn't have ordered it anyway. But I don't recall. But funny enough, your cousin, because she was in Mauritius and she came over to the UK and she brought back an advent calendar because she said they don't do them in Mauritius. But when we were there, she goes, "Oh my God, they've started doing them." So they started doing them in the shops.
Oh, I didn't even realise.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. But
this is going to be Mark's mantra. So when I say I don't realise, I'm going to go. This one is with the 3-second memory. Oh, I don't even remember my own number.
So funny. Nihar said, "I've had so much chocolate today." Celebration.
Good for you.
What time did you break up?
Good for you.
From my presents my friends have got me. Oh, that's really
nice.
good. You sound like you were having good fun already and you've only just started.
Wow.
2 weeks off.
Wow. That's going to be nice though, 2 weeks off.
And
you got 2 weeks off as well. So that's going to be nice. I haven't eaten a lot of chocolate today. I haven't eaten much today, actually. I just had baked beans on toast.
Yeah, you did. But
that's it.
Chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
So, now I bought somebody this and they haven't even been opening them.
Do you know what? Because I'm not used to advent calendars, really. I have had them in the past. And again, I don't eat chocolate every day. So, I mean, I do eat chocolate every day, but I don't know. I don't open the advent calendar every day.
Nahar
so yeah.
said it broke up at 20. You know, Nahar, you've done it in military terms. That looks like you broke up at
Yeah.
20 to 9 in the evening. But no, I think what you meant was 20 past. Is it quarter to 20 to 1? Is that what you mean? PM, AM, PM even.
PM. Yeah. Okay. So what day are we on today? We're on 17. But
Yeah, you got to
where did I get up to?
12. Half day school at 12. I thought so. Yeah.
11.
You haven't done 12.
Okay, so I haven't done 12. So where is I find this advent calendar weird because the numbers aren't in order. So I would have thought 1, 2, 3, 4, but they're not. They're all
that's
spread
boring.
out.
That's boring. You got to
All
find
right,
it.
calm down,
That's the whole point of it.
Mr. Fun. Calm
What's
down.
that mean?
I
It's at the
can't.
bottom.
Oh yeah, there it is. So
this is a Leonidas one I bought Kelly.
yeah.
She's going to open number 12. Now, you don't get any pictures in these ones.
And it doesn't tell you what it is. So if you end up liking one, how can you tell what it is called? You wouldn't know.
What one's this?
I don't even know because there's nothing there. So you don't even know what it's called or anything.
I know it's got it now. It does have the ingredients at the back,
Yeah.
but it doesn't say what's what. Although, actually, can I open that up? Because if that's I'm just wondering if it's got the menu. No, it hasn't. I thought it had the menu behind it, but it doesn't. Yeah, so it does have a stand at the back, which you can open it. So
This
now,
has
go on.
got alcohol in it, but
Has
I
it?
can't tell what type of alcohol. But luckily, it's not a liqueur because I'm not really a liqueur type person.
So there you go. So that was about £28, I think, in the end for that one. If anybody is interested in getting one, well, it's a bit late now, but you could probably still order it. You could probably get it quite cheap now and just have all the chocolates in it.
And just eat it like a box of chocolates.
So the chocolates are nice in those. So that's number 12.
Well, okay. I'm not going to open them all, but
Number 13, we're catching up.
so number 13.
There we are. Yeah, we won't do all of them, but I do want to try one without booze in it. Oh, what's this one?
Oh, I don't know.
That's like a Calvin Klein logo from this angle, but it's not.
No.
Obviously.
Maybe like a ribbon.
I want to get some more of the chocolate I got from Fred. Which chocolate did you get? Let us know which chocolate you got, Nihar, because I'm interested in that. Oh, let me try that. Look at that. You can actually see the caramel in that. One of my friends, I got Friends nail varnish. Oh, Friends and a
nice.
Friends calendar.
I got a friend's calendar. It's upstairs. I bought it with the diary, but that was this year's one, and I bought next year's diary. I've been filling it out already, and that's on the sofa over there.
Oh, celebrations.
Mm.
They're nice celebrations. You can't go wrong with the celebrations.
I made a peach tea.
So your Friends nail varnish, is it multicolored or is it just got the logo Friends on it? I'm assuming it's red if it's just one.
Okay, so here's 14.
We're doing the catch up.
Up there.
You're supposed to open these every day.
Oh, calm down. All right, chocolate police.
No.
Oh, it's a Jean Duyat.
What's a Jean Duyat?
Well, if you had been watching Bake Off the Professionals, which I know you have, you'd know what a Jean Duyat is.
I have no idea what Jean Duyat is.
Okay.
Ah, fancy. You like those ones, don't you?
Yeah. I don't know if it will focus. There we go.
Oh, so it's got pink, yellow, blue, and purple, the nail varnish.
Ooh.
So is it an actual set you got, Nihar? Is it actually a set of ones, or is it just one that's got the multi in? I'm guessing it's one that's got the multi. Thank you.
The Jean Duyat is like an almond or praline, but it's very creamy. And it's really, really nice. I really enjoy the Jean Duyats.
There's 15. One more.
Because Mark wants to eat them, right? He's going, oh, you haven't opened it. Oh, yeah, I want to try some of these. I told him to get a snack while we were doing the live, but he didn't want to.
Well, I knew you had about 40.
And so you had to try them.
Absolutely. So it's got pink, yellow, blue, and purple. Oh wow! Oh, it's got the Leonidas symbol. It looks like a Trojan on there.
Yeah. So there you go.
Oh, Now I said, and then a boy got me for my Secret Santa, and he's been really annoying boy, and he got me a bath set called Moonlight Vanilla Bath Set, and it's really cool, but I can't use it because my sensitive skin. Oh, it's a set. Oh no, so you got that. Can you re-gift it, or can you by re-gift it, give it to somebody else?
And you say a really annoying boy got this for you, do you? You know what happened? You know the reason why it's annoying, though, right? Just saying.
Kelly thinks he likes you.
Just saying. Okay. So we've got 16.
We're nearly there.
Yeah. I'm sure you're going to be disappointed. So it's a white chocolate. Leonidas.
No, I said lol, Kelly. Good.
It's another praline one. Whipped. It's really quite nice.
That's good.
And then
I've got one more.
Today's 17. And if I don't open it, Mark's only going to be eyeing it.
Yeah, they are nice, Nihal. I've got to say.
I love Leonidas. They're my
it's
favourite
quite rich.
chocolates.
I'm going to have a little drink of Kelly's tea because...
And I said to him, should I pour you some of the tea? He said to me, no.
Well, I wasn't expecting to have all the chocolate.
Well, then why did you ask to have some of the chocolates then?
Well, I'd be rude not to open those calendars.
Yeah.
Last one. Check if it have got booze in it.
Very similar to the one we just had.
Very good. So that's our recommendation. Leonidas chocolate.
I love Leonidas. I can't recommend it highly enough.
The shops, I've got to say, they're really difficult to find. There's only several now in London.
I think there's only 2.
Yeah, and there was one, actually, when we went to Brighton, we found one just outside the station, didn't we? As we were going down the hill, we thought, oh my God, there's a Leonidas.
Yep. And I went in there twice.
Yeah, twice. She got 2 bags. When we first arrived, Kelly got a bag, and then when we left, she got a bag of sweets.
Yeah, yes,
sweets, chocolates.
Right. Because they're not around. There used to be several in London. I knew of one in New Bond Street, and I knew of one in on Fleet Street, and they've closed the one on Fleet Street, and I believe they've closed the one in New Bond Street. There also used to be one in Bow Lane in the city, and then they closed that one. But when I googled the other day, it looks like they've opened one again in Bow Lane. So I'm not sure if it's the remnants of the old one that they closed, or whether they've reopened, but maybe in a different location in Bow Lane.
Oh, Nihan, while you're on, actually, the other question I was going to ask you was, did you manage to get your tickets to go to the Friends thing? Are you going to go to the Friends thing?
Oh, to the Christmas one?
The Christmas Friends thing, which is on at the moment. They're doing it in London, and they're doing it somewhere.
Brighton, I
No,
thought.
it's not Brighton.
Wow.
It's somewhere up north.
Blackpool?
It's Blackpool. Benishable. Is there still one in Kensington High Street? Says Benishable. Asks Benishable.
I never went to the one in Kensington High Street, so I don't know. Because I've only been to that side of... Do you know what it is? I don't enjoy that side of London.
Kensington, actual fact, as Ben and Siobhan will probably know, is very difficult to get to.
Yeah. And I used to work in Hammersmith, so, it wasn't that far away. And when I did work in Hammersmith, I did used to go to Kensington a lot. But now that I don't work that side, I don't go down.
Also, no, Nahas didn't go to that one as well, but she said you might go next summer though with your friends. Do you know what? Actually, when we went, it was summer. Although we were unlucky because it actually bucketed down. A lot of the events,
2 times that I've been.
Yeah, a lot of the events are outside, but if you get a nice sunny day, it's the perfect time to go when it's in the summer, because, like I said, a lot of the events are outside.
Because I went in, was it 2019 that I went? So I went in 2019 with a friend of mine, and we went in the evening. We went after work, I think it was, and it was raining then, and I just thought, oh my goodness. And then when we went this time round, it was raining again.
Yeah, so with the Friends Fest, the one thing you will like, Nahab, with the Friends Fest is the actual sets. You get, because the sets props are really good. They do look like the actual thing. Although I'm not a big Friends fan, Kelly is. When I looked at it, I thought I recognised it, and they do show episodes outside, don't they? So there's a little cinema there you can watch.
So like what's good about it is you have a slot time to go to visit the sets, and then after you've been to visit the set you can then walk around, and then they got like the Joey special, although it's not actually 2 pizzas, so
no, it's 2 pizza slices.
so don't get it twisted. You have, so they have the Central Perk, and then but you can't, they're photo opportunities, and then they've got the coffee shop at the end, so then you can actually sit down and have a coffee. The photo opportunities are really good, but bear that in mind, that is all it is. You get to walk around the set and take pictures, and then you get to go and do certain scenes, you get to replicate the scenes, but that's all it is. It's just photo opportunity, so more for Instagram, I suppose, rather than you thinking, oh yeah, you're going to be immersed in this Friends thing. You're not. It's actually sectioned off, and then their photo opportunities really good, because you get to see the replicas, you get to see the apartments, you get to take pictures at the apartments and all of that. And this year, the way that they did it was you scanned your phone. So you downloaded the app, you scanned your phone, and then everything would be sent to your what you call it, your mini account, if you like. And then at the end you can just download them all, and that's what we did. And when you watch our friends, when I did the first one, it was my first time going, so each room was only a few minutes each. But on the one that I went with Mark and my bestie, that was a more involved one. So you, throughout the half an hour, and I slid in pictures that were actually taken at the event. So not pictures that we took, but actually pictures that the event took. The only pictures that I took was of us in the hallway, because you weren't allowed to enter the hallway, because obviously you had to wear your mask and everything else. So for pictures, you could actually take your mask off, and then obviously after that you put your mask back on.
There you go. So we've gone from Leonidas down to Friends Fest, the Christmas Friends Fest, when it's on. Talking to Leonidas, I always get them mixed up with Godiva. So Ben was asking, is there still one in Kensington High Street? Obviously, that's the Leonidas one. I was going to say there was one in King's Cross, but it's not. It's a Godiva.
Yes, a Godiva.
It's a Godiva, and I got the 2 mixed up.
But the one the only things that I've spent time doing, I went to the rooftop gardens there, which was Richard Branson's. I've been there a couple of times. And there used to be an old Tower Records there, which I went to a couple of times. But I only spent time in Kensington when I used to work at in Hammersmith. But other than that, Kensington is so difficult for us to get to.
Yeah, this is it. I've got to say, it's one, unless you live around there, is quite difficult to get to. It's not a direct route. I know I'm saying not a direct route, depending obviously where you live, but for us, it's quite difficult to get to. So it's on the times I've been there, and it is quite busy. I mean, I've only ever been into Harrods and Harvey Nichols once, maybe twice. I used to go in there, but yeah, most times we would go to Fortnum's, wouldn't we? Just because it's easier for us to get to.
But I actually prefer Fortnum's. I've been to Harrods a couple of times and stuff like that, but never really. I don't know. There's something about Knightsbridge that just it doesn't appeal to me. But it is a lovely place to go to, and I would never say don't go there or anything like that. But there's nothing that it's almost like going to Chelsea. There's nothing really that appeals to me in Chelsea, and there's nothing that really appeals to me in Knightsbridge. I find them both places quite bare, other than you've got your Harrods there or whatever. I find Knightsbridge a bit bare kind of thing. But I do love my favourite place. Is Marylebone High Road or High Street, and it's round the back, so it's behind. So where you've got all Harley Street and places like that, which are places that you would never visit anyway, because normally when people go to Oxford Street, they stay to the main part of Oxford Street. but behind you got Marylebone, and it's the high street is lovely there. That's where I used to see Wendy Richards and Babs Windsor because they used to live around there.
There are lots of famous people around there.
Yeah, there are lots of little cute houses around there and all that. And then there was the Conran shop down there, and Conran, and I always forget his first name, and it's not Jasper Conran, but there are these Conran restaurants, and it's a famous guy who designed these restaurants, and he's also he's chef slash designer, and he combined the two, and he's passed away now, unfortunately. But there is a Conran shop sort of on that in between Marylebone, and I think back there might be I want to say Baker Street, sort of that sort of side of things. But it's very lovely around there, so quaint little shops, just places that just off the beaten track. It's not busy there at all, so you would never think to go there, but it's very lovely around there. So if you're ever thinking of it, because on the other side you've got Regent's Park, so you've got Regent's Park and that, and it's very lovely there.
There you go. But yeah, but we've always found it difficult to get to Kensington and Chelsea, so we've always tried to sort of go for more sort of central London parts.
Yeah.
So central London is looking very Christmassy.
Very Christmassy.
They've gone this year for the angel theme. So it almost looks like an angel, and the wings go all the way back from the angel body, and they've used those to hang up against the walls, which looks quite good.
I think they do that every year. We just don't go into central London that often, really.
Well, we definitely didn't last year because of the pandemic, so I didn't realise that's what's been doing.
Yeah, pretty much every year. But what I loved was that we stayed in the hotel a few weeks ago, and we stayed at the Strand Palace, and it was so lovely just to go out. And when you go to these Christmas markets and stuff, it gets really packed. And even pre-pandemic, I never used to like going anywhere that was so packed, because you can hardly move, and you're trying to move, and somebody's here and someone's there. And I found that a lot in Oxford Street, which is one of the reasons I don't like going to Oxford Street, is because it's probably, other than Covent Garden, it's probably the other most packed place.
Evelyn, hello.
Hey, Eve.
Evelyn says, nice new hat.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you? You okay?
Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
I just find that Oxford Street is so packed. I don't find Regent Street as packed as Oxford Street. I find Oxford Street.
Oh, Oxford Street's unbelievable, especially in the summer. It's at heaving. But at Christmas as well. Many years ago, I used to work there.
Yeah.
And there used to be a Tesco's there, so it's no longer there anymore.
Okay.
And I worked there. It's now a swap shop, I think.
Oh, okay.
And oh my God, during the Christmas, you could barely move. The aisles were absolutely rammed. Now, this is going back a long time. This would have been in the 1990s, late 1990s.
Right.
So it was, or was it midline? Yeah, mid to late 1990s. But yeah, it was very, very busy. Very, very busy.
I feel like, because you've got really big pavements on both sides of the road, which is a godsend, I feel. But even though the pavements are I just think over Christmas they should just pedestrianise it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, they have done that several times.
They have, yeah.
Sadiq Khan did actually, when as mayor, he has pedestrianised it a few times, and that works really, really well, because it just the whole street then becomes one big pavement.
Yeah.
But then, of course, the trouble is, when you've got traffic in the middle, you are stuck to those two pavements, and it's so busy. I don't know why, but everybody makes a beeline to Oxford Street to shop, and it's not the best place to shop in.
There was hardly any shops on Oxford Street other than those tack shops, those tourist shops. There's hardly.
That's not strictly true, because you do have John Lewis, you do have Selfridges, you do have, so there are some good, and of course, as Richard's Adventures will point out from here.
I'm talking about affordable places to shop.
John Lewis isn't non-affordable. There are other ones as well. There is a Moss Bros there and a few other sort of places there.
I find Oxford Street extremely expensive.
Well, it's going to be because of the rents.
Yeah.
I think it's the third most expensive street to rent on in the world. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. It's definitely in the top 5. So bear in mind with that expensive rentals. And I think I did read somewhere as well, I don't know if it's true, but they do say that all shops on Oxford Street, bar 1 or 2, make a loss.
Mm.
So the reason why they have them on Oxford Street is just to have the kudos of
Yeah,
having a shop
of
on
being
Oxford
on
Street.
Oxford Street.
I mean, there's loads of those. Some I saw that from Richard's Adventures videos, when he went down Oxford Street. There's so many Kingdom of Sweets, American candy shops, all these not American, but these sweet shops now opened up down Oxford Street, which never used to be there before.
Never used to, but like he said, they're just for the tourists.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
too expensive. Don't go there because it's just for the tourists.
Yeah.
But I do find Oxford Street extremely expensive and packed. So I tend not to go down that way. But even when we went to Paris and we went to Galeries Lafayette, I didn't find, I felt walking along the street was pretty packed, but not actually in the shops. I didn't find that it was packed in the shops.
No, I think also as well, Paris just seems to be more spread out than London. I've noticed that it's no way as busy as London. It doesn't feel as busy as London. The traffic doesn't feel.
Yeah, even Champs-Élysées isn't as busy.
No, I don't know.
As
Now,
London.
I mean, obviously, I don't have any data for that, but I'm just going by instinct. So when we went there,
I'm going by look. So
yeah,
while Champs-Élysées is busy, the pavement is just as big
yeah,
as Oxford Street, but I didn't feel like I was getting pushed right to the edge, almost going into the road.
No, not at all.
Whereas in Oxford Street, sometimes I feel like I'm getting pushed as if I'm almost going in the road, and the pavements are huge. But I feel like because there's so many people, but now I used to work in Cannon Street. And Cannon Street used to be really quiet. It used to be such a lovely, nice part of London to work in. Then they built the one new change, right, which is a shopping centre. Well, it's not a shopping centre. It's like a mini sort of like shopping centre. Yeah, I thought it was nice. It was dead because nobody works outside of London. But then all of a sudden there was construction that was happening. And now if you're in Cannon Street, it's like if you're in Cannon Street during working hour, or should I say peak hours, so like 5 o'clock or whatever, because Cannon Street Station used to be a dead quiet station. If you get on at Cannon Street Station, you could always get a seat and all of that. It was quite, it was quite a civilized station. Now it's packed. It is packed, and Cannon Street is open all the time now. Before then they never used to be open on the weekends. Cannon Street Station only used to be open Monday to Friday. Now it's open on the weekends.
So from your memory, what would you say is the place in London that's changed the most for you? Would you say? And I mean specific area, one place you would go to.
If it's a specific area changed wise, I would say Cannon Street's probably changed the most.
Okay.
I think that side of London. I mean, London Bridge was always busy because it's a mainline station.
Yeah.
But Cannon Street, I was so shocked when I was walking on one Friday, because I used to get off at Cannon Street all the time, and I used to walk to all the way to work. It used to be like a 25-minute walk to work from there. So there was one time when I actually used to work pretty much next door to Cannon Street Station, and I used to work for a law firm. And it was very quiet, such an easy journey, all of that time. So it's brilliant because you're just right next to the station. Then I got a job that was 25-minute walk away from the station. And sometimes I'd meet my uncle and then we'd walk together because he didn't work too far from where I worked. And we'd walk together and we'd go to the station together to work together. But now, and I used to leave at 5 o'clock and it wasn't as packed, but now I was there. I can't remember the reason why I was there because I don't work that side of London, or I'm not working at the moment, but I haven't worked that side of London for ages. And it was so packed.
Oh, even said she's setting her champagne bubble bath.
Oh,
very
nice. Indulge, my dear, indulge.
Do you know what though? For me, it's not places the biggest changes I've seen, but it's not places I went to before.
Okay.
So the I've seen would be the O2 area, because that when I first came to London, that was just all Docklands, but I don't remember it because I never went there because there's nothing there.
Yeah.
and I would say Battersea Power Station, because obviously that area is completely revamped. But in terms of places which I used to go to, frequent, and then come back to, the biggest change for me is the King's Cross area. When I first came to London, I go to King's Cross. King's Cross was rough.
Yeah.
There were all these
Yeah,
sort
it
of
was.
side streets that were just all rough shops. It was pretty rubbishy area. And they've spent an absolute fortune on doing that area up.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still, when you leave the station area, like when you go a little bit further out, it's still rough. But once you start hitting where they sort of started building and made it lovely. And what really changed is not the front of the station, but it's behind the station.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That used to be all just old abandoned railway areas and stuff like that.
There was something that I remember. I used to temp at a publishing place which was just by the railway. I wouldn't even be able to tell you where it is now because they've changed it so much around there. If you told me, oh, how do you get there, I wouldn't even be able to tell you because it's changed so much. Yeah, you're right, that place, Battersea Power Station. Yeah, well, I used to live in Battersea, so it has changed a lot, although I was never on that side very much. But the power station was very iconic, and you know, I used to live in a flat, and you could, whenever you walk past there or you're on the bus there or whatever, those towers are iconic. But yeah, I've not been actually inside the power station, but I believe they're going to do some type of a shopping mall. I think they're going to make it very similar to the O2. So where they have concerts and things like that there, they're going to do shops and things like that. There's loads of restaurants down by that side anyway, because I went there with a friend. God, when they last year we were in lockdown. Then we came. Then they did the Eat Out to Help Out. And there was a stint where you could only eat outside. And during that time is when we went to this place, and you could only eat outside, and it was cold. It was so cold, and they had heating lamps, and we booked a table and everything, but they didn't put us where the heating lamps were.
Oh God, I've done that many times. So when we've eaten outside, and they haven't got heating lamps, or they give you blankets, but that's never going to keep you warm.
No.
Especially if there's no heating lamps, it's going to be absolutely bitterly cold outside. But yeah, there were several places. I went to see a friend of mine in Birmingham, and you do notice as you go further north from London, as it gets colder and colder in the winter time.
Yeah.
Likewise, I remember it going there in the summer, and you felt it get hotter and hotter and hotter the further you got south. You actually felt it get warmer.
Yeah. I think I remember last year, because I did a couple of the eat outs to help out. And I remember me and Alicia, we went, and a friend of mine, we went to Wagamama's, and we sat outside, and they had these tiny heating lamp things. And so I had already a cardigan, and I had a scarf on. And then I thought, oh, I'm going to bring a jumper. So I was sitting there, but it was my hands that was cold. I didn't think about my hands.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And we kept putting you press the button and the lamp would come on, but literally the lamp didn't even stay on for. It didn't even. It stayed on for about 10 minutes, and then it would go off. So you'd have to keep pressing.
Oh no, that's annoying.
You'd want it to at least stand for half an hour.
Yeah.
Minimum half an hour, and then switch off. But no, and you had to keep switching it on. But I had my scarf on and a few jumpers on. Actually, that video is actually on there. It's we're actually out at Wagamama's. I think there's 2 Wagamama videos on there, but it's actually when I'm with Alicia and we go to Wags.
Oh yeah, that one. Yes, that was that. You look cold out there. Was that in April?
Oh God, I can't.
Yeah, it would have been around April time. Yeah, because it was just after lockdown, so it would have been April time. And I remember this year, April has got. I don't know if you guys remember. So 2020, April and May were really hot months. Actually, we were really lucky.
Oh, last year,
months. 2020, yeah.
Oh.
This year, April and May were cold. They were really cold. So I don't know what we're going to get next year.
I think this year we had a 1 week of consistent sun. It's only 1 week. And then other than that, it was like hot day here, hot day there, rain here, cold there. It wasn't consistent. The year before was really consistent. The year of the real year of the pandemic.
So, so Evelyn's put, eating outside, you're always cold and the insects want to share your food. Oh, do you remember when we went to Mauritius? We went to La Pirogue. So that was in sort of south west Mauritius. And I'll never forget it. So the hotel was right on the beachfront. And they serve breakfast out by the beach, which is for, oh, that's great. But the flies, there were so many flies. You're just like, you couldn't eat. They were landing everywhere. You had to constantly keep doing this with your hand to wave them away. Even if you stopped for you wave them away, they'd all disappear.
Yeah.
Within seconds, they didn't try and land on your food.
I don't know. I can't remember that beach one, because the only beach meal that I remember us having, well, we had 2 beach meals. One where we went, where I think you, me, Evelyn, and Vera were in that pagoda type thing.
That was the
that was one. And then the other one was the seafood buffet. So those are the only 2 meals that I remember us.
Well, the breakfast was literally by the beach.
But... No, it was in the hotel. Do you remember? Because all the birds were there.
Yeah, no, I remember.
All the birds. But the time that there was a lot of flies that I remember was we went to the mall and we got fish burger. I don't know if you were with us.
No, you weren't with you then.
So it was me, my friend, and my uncle. I can't remember if Evelyn was with us. And we ordered fish burgers, of course, the smell of the fish. And there were so many flies, and we were just waving them away, and they wouldn't go. And I was just like, oh my God, it was just getting annoying. And it was crazy. But that's the only time that I remember like loads of flies. There was one year, but this was before I got together, but it was the same year that I actually met you, actually.
Yeah.
And I went to Mauritius, and I was with my mum, and we were staying in a villa. So yeah, we were staying in a villa, and I was going to visit my cousin, and she worked in a hotel. And so the only part at that time, the only parts I'd seen of Mauritius, other than when I was little, was the same parts of Mauritius that I saw when I was little. So, you were in the towns, and, you're just going to families' houses and stuff like that. And so I didn't get to see the picturesque part of Mauritius. Anyway, we went to go and visit my cousin who worked in a hotel. She did all the water sports. And I stepped out on that beach, and I just remember for the first time in my adult life, it felt like I was stepping into a postcard, and I had never felt that before. And at that time, and I was just like, wow. Sometimes when you look at pictures in a magazine and they look really, really bright, and you get to the place and you go, well, it looks like the magazine, but it looks different somehow. And normally it's to do with the sun. So it just doesn't look as bright. I said, well, it does look like the magazine, but it's just not the magazine. This is the first time in my whole life where we entered into the hotel. I didn't think nothing of it. But when we stepped into the beach, because we went to find her, I was just like, oh my God, I'd never experienced anything like that in my life.
Yeah, Mauritius is very much like walking into a picture postcard. Yeah, we'll recommend anybody who hasn't been and you're thinking about going, well worth going to, really well worth going to for a trip. So with the flies on food, actually, one of the things you did was a really good idea. So what Kelly had the idea, we had a barbecue in the summer, and obviously you put all the food out. So we bought loads of fly nets. So the idea is they're almost like umbrellas. You open them up and they have like almost like a big square umbrella, not umbrella, sorry, a big square net. And then you put that net over the food, and that stops the flies getting in. The other thing, your idea was that you actually, if you bring out a fan, quite a strong fan, you put the fan over facing the food, so the fan's basically blowing over the top of the food, and we found that it's amazing. Flies cannot fly into a fan.
They can't fly. They can't fly into the wind.
Into the wind, obviously not into the fan, but into the wind. So as they try to get close to the food, obviously it's like going into a hurricane. They just fly away. They try and approach it from different angles, but they can't get there. So that worked quite well.
You make your food colder, unfortunately, but rather than the flies.
Yeah,
really.
exactly. So this fan, if you can get it in the same angle as the fan, it does work. It just pushes the flies can't fly into the
Yeah.
wind. So that was quite a good little tip.
Yeah. So we sort of set that up, and it sort of pushed them away. But we used to have a pond in the back garden,
Oh
and
yeah.
we got rid of the pond. And every time I say that, someone said, "Oh, but where did the little froggies go?" But we didn't. We never had frogs.
No, we never did there actually. We didn't have the frogs.
You never had frogs. So what do you mean? Where did the but where did the little froggies go? What do you mean? We never had frogs.
All we had was midges and flies.
Midges and flies. And I think that when we do a barbecue, I think that they remember that there was a pond there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they all try to gather in that place where there's where there's food.
You saw these flies circling. Goes, I'm sure there was a pond around here somewhere.
Yeah.
There was water.
It gone.
No, it's gone. Gone. The actual fact, you know, all that talk of barbecue. I do miss the barbecue bits. We were watching actually. I forget what program it was, but a group of chefs were cooking. I think it was MasterChef, and they had an indoor.
Oh, they had an indoor barbecue. Yeah.
Indoor barbecue
In the kitchen. Yeah.
Now I'd not seen one of these before. I think it's electric.
Yeah.
So rather than being the coals, you heat up the electric grids underneath, and it builds the same intensity as the heat as a regular barbecue would do. And then you just barbecue your food on this electric barbecue. Not seen electric barbecue.
Might invest in one because I miss the barbecue.
Yeah.
But if 1 year that we have like a really mild Christmas with no rain, I am tempted to do a barbecue outside.
Do you know, we've attempted barbecues before, and we did one for your birthday many years ago because Kelly's birthday is in November. So, of course, it's cold then as well. But it didn't quite work out. It was raining
because
then
it rained, yeah.
Which doesn't help. But I always find if you use a coal barbecue, which we did then, the coals get very cold very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So that's why we bought the gas one, which basically is just constant gas, so it's constant cooking. Yeah, we were thinking about looking into that, doing a barbecue in the winter.
Yeah.
But obviously you can't sit outside, so you barbecue it outside and then bring it in.
Yeah. But I think one day that's if we let's say for instance next year, and we hopefully, you never know with all these different strains that are coming out, and every 5 minutes there's something. So if all went well next year or something like that, a barbecue in the garden I would love. You know, it takes out all the pressure of how am I going to cook a turkey? How am I going to cook a blah, blah, blah? No, I'm just going to throw some steaks and barbecue.
So Ben and Siobhan said deep frying turkeys is popular here. So here being United States.
Now, I've heard that. I have actually heard that. Have you ever tried deep frying the turkey yourselves? Not for Christmas, but in general.
Well, I think it's
for Christmas.
Well, for Thanksgiving, isn't it? Mainly.
Yeah.
Turkeys. Yeah, no, I was going to say, and do they use a special pot? So from what I've seen, it's almost like they've got a pressure cooker type thing, but it's full of oil. So you just dunk the turkey in and then almost like put the pressure cooker on that as well. Negative.
Negative. So no, they haven't tried it.
No, they haven't tried it. But have you seen it being done? Have you tried deep fat fried turkey?
Yeah. Have you seen it being done and have you tried it?
I would. Do you know what? That'd be interesting to see if it's any different. I'd imagine it would be moist because it's obviously absorbing all that oil.
I would imagine it would be quite succulent. Yeah, I imagine, because obviously turkey can be quite dry.
Yeah, turkey can be dry. That's true. Especially if you're cooking it for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
You were quite gone.
Go on.
No, I was going to say you were quite shocked because we were watching Gordon Ramsay's recipe for turkey. And what he was saying is you need to let it rest for as long as you cooked it. So if you've cooked it for 3 to 4 hours, you need to let it rest for 3 to 4 hours.
The man let it rest for 3 to 4 hours. I don't want no. I'll go. He's going. Oh yeah, we're going to put hot gravy on it. I'm sorry, but what if you don't like gravy? Yeah.
You just have to have it cold.
Well, what if you don't like? So what? I'm gonna have cold. No.
Well, he said,
turkey.
I think what they're saying is you can just heat it up back in the oven just quickly.
That's not what he said. He said you use the hot gravy.
Yeah, but I can imagine doing that because the idea is with the resting as well. So Ben and Siobhan said, no, not seen and no, not tried it. But feedback, it wasn't much different in taste, just much quicker to cook.
Yeah.
That would make sense because, if you're doing especially a large turkey, that's going to take hours in an oven.
I reckon, though, if I was ever to do that, We don't really cook turkey because nobody really eats it. We
No.
do. We do all the we do all different meats. So we do like pork. We do beef. We do like my aunt will do ham. Although I don't like cloves in ham, she does it with cloves. The ham is delicious, by the way, but I don't like the taste of cloves, so I tend to stay away from it. And then we do like a baked salmon and things like that. But I think if I was to ever deep fry a turkey, I would do it as the crown. Does that make sense? So without the legs and stuff, and just do the crown, and so I wouldn't have to buy as big a pot, because I can imagine you'd have to buy a massive pot for that turkey.
Well, also a lot of oil.
Yeah.
So if your aunt's putting clothes in it, well, like a t-shirt and jeans, and there you go. What was I going to say? No, I just wondered that, because I know, obviously, that, as Ben was saying, it's quite popular there. And have you tried? So there's one thing I really want to try, and I think I have tried it, but I can't remember what the taste of it's like. Is pumpkin pie. Now, did we have that in the States? I can't remember. I'm sure I did try it and I liked it, but I can't remember the taste of it. It was such a long time ago.
If we did, I know that pumpkin pie would not have been my sort of thing.
I'm sure I did.
So I probably would have left it to you. I think because pumpkin pie would have been a bit mushy, so I don't think I would have tried it.
Ben went, the pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I'm pumpkins. Okay, if I'm going to eat pumpkin, I like the pumpkin soup. Like a spicy pumpkin soup, that's delicious. A spicy pumpkin soup with a wedge of bread. Used to do really good soups. So when they did something like pumpkin soup or carrot soup or something like that, and obviously they would blend it, and then you'd get a nice hunk wedge of bread with butter, and sometimes they used to do pea and ham and all that. But have gone into administration now, so it's
have they?
Yeah, it's really sad.
Oh wow,
really
wow,
sad.
wow! You used to love their
They used to do grape pies.
Yeah, and what was it? The Christmas. Was it Christmas?
Oh yeah,
the
mince pie bar. They used to do it in a bar. That was delicious.
Oh no!
It's they used to do pigs in blanket at Christmas time. I know that that Pret are doing it, but I haven't tried their pigs in blanket yet. I must go before it's over. I must go to Pret and get a pigs in blanket.
Oh yeah, exactly. So this will be your last chance coming up to get all the festive foods.
An order. I might do an order.
What, from Pret and get it here? Yeah. Well, at least I might get some food then this time round. Every time I've got to do my complaint now. So every time we do our little order from Starbucks, as you know, every live we treat ourselves to a Starbucks.
Well, we try, and then sometimes it doesn't even turn up.
But but recently, as I said, we've always been trying to order from the Christmas menu, and a lot of the stuff is just out of stock. Funny enough, and I like to do, if I'm having a coffee in the evening, I like to do decaf. Otherwise, I'll be up all night. And they've run out of decaf, haven't they?
The last few days, but today they had it, so I ordered
they had it today.
Yeah.
So
otherwise you would have had chai tea latte.
Yeah, I'd have had another chai tea latte, but I prefer my my latte, my oat milk latte. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I love Christmas and all Christmas fare, to be honest.
You don't like Christmas pudding, then?
No, I don't like Christmas pudding. I don't really like. There are some elements that I don't like. But I eat them nonetheless. Yeah, but Christmas pudding will not be one of those things that I would eat. I'd never eat Christmas pudding because that's and I don't like custard, as you know.
I can't believe you don't like custard. How can you not like custard?
I don't like gravy soaking everything.
So Ben and Siobhan, do they do custard in the States? Can you readily get that? I'm just interested if you can.
And what the gravy is? The gravy white?
Isn't that chicken gravy in the States? You're thinking of, because you can get biscuits and gravy. Which is white.
So when they do biscuits and gravy, what is the gravy?
Evelyn says she hates cloves too.
Yeah, I hate cloves.
It's a very, very strong flavour, clove. Oh, not really. So not really for the custard. Do you miss the custard? I was going to say, because I do like custard. Ben always used to like custard. I loved custard.
You know what? My whole family like custard. I'm the only one that doesn't like it.
Yeah,
do you know what? Because I prefer I don't like the thickness of custard.
What about a thin custard?
Yeah, thin custard is nice. Like a sauce anglaise is nice, which is
English,
custard in French.
yeah, well, English cream, yeah.
Yeah. So sauce anglaise is nice. So as long as there's a thin vanilla cream, that to me is very nice. And I will have it, to have that on a mince pie or to have that on a crumble or something like that. That's very nice. But to have a thick custard, no.
Funny enough,
and you get the skin on it, and no, that's not for me.
Oh, that's one of the best bits of skin.
No, that is not for me. No.
One of the I forget which one it was, but one national newspaper did a competition. What is the best sauce? And the one that won, custard. Of all the sauces that are available, that's the one that won. Ben Siobhan said, "Yeah, gravy is rank here and gloopy.
I know, because I've seen it.
Can be brown or white with biscuits, which are bland scones. Oh, they really that bad? Do you know? Funny enough, actually, when we went to Las Vegas, actually on their breakfast and when they're on their buffet breakfast, they did have biscuits there, which obviously the scones we call scones. But I didn't have one in the end because I just thought it's just too carby. I had plenty of.
It's not that but the thing is, like with cornbread. Now I've tasted two types of cornbread. Now I've tasted cornbread that actually tastes like bread. And then I've tasted cornbread that tastes like cake.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like the one that tastes like cake. I don't want cake with my meal.
Funny enough, I've attempted to make it several times, and it always comes out tasting like cake. I can never get it to taste like bread.
Yeah, there's one. Maybe we have to use bread flour.
No, I've tried that. I've used traditional, different recipes. All the ones I've got online from YouTube, from Americans, and they said do it like this, do it like that, and it will taste like bread. And it always ends up invariably whenever I cook it. Oh, Siobhan loves cornbread. Yeah, I love cornbread.
I like cornbread if I'm going to have it as a cake.
As a bread, you mean?
But I don't. I like cornbread if I'm going to have it as a cake.
No.
But I don't like cornbread which tastes of cake in my meal.
No, I really do like cornbread, but and I don't know how I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but every time I've attempted it, it does taste like cake.
When I've been to the States, I've tasted two types, and it's very rare that you can get the cornbread that tastes like bread. You normally get the one that tastes of cake.
Yeah.
And I don't like the one that tastes of cake in my meal. Like if I'm having something savory, I want that thing savory. Yeah. Unless it's bacon and pancakes. And with syrup, then I don't mind the salt and sweet. But if I'm having my meal, I want to have my savory. That's why I wouldn't eat scones with chicken, what they call chicken and biscuits, like chicken and scones. In no way, shape or form will I eat scones with my chicken. It doesn't make sense to me. But a lot of places now are doing chicken and waffles, and chicken and pancakes, and it's still not the same. And some people do buttermilk chicken, but I've had buttermilk chicken where it doesn't taste sour, because obviously buttermilk is sour. And then I've had the buttermilk chicken that tastes sour, and I'm just thinking that buttermilk that tastes sour just doesn't rock it for me. No, I'm just not.
Oh, so Evelyn's the same. I hate Christmas pudding. She says. Do you know? None of us are fans of it. Well, Kelly, I say none of us. Kelly and I are not fans of it. I know Ben likes it.
I was about to say, Ben, Ben
likes Christmas pudding.
I can imagine Ben liking all Christmas fare, to be honest.
We've got chicken and donuts in the States.
Yeah,
that's the new thing.
That is the new thing, and I do want to try it, but when I look at it, I do think about my heart. I look at it and I just think, man, I would really love to try that. I would have to drop several stone before I would try that. I've got to be honest. I think my heart needs to be healthy before I try chicken and donuts.
Although Evelyn says she loves custards. Yeah, so I do too.
Yeah, I'm not a lover of the custard. But you do like...
I love custard.
I don't mind the Madagascan thing, but again, I don't like the thickness of it.
Yeah, I've got to say, I mean, bird's custard's okay, but it's just basically processed stuff. Yeah, if it's going to be custard, it has to be good quality custard.
Yeah.
The M&S one was really good. M&S Madagascar custard, big recommendation.
Yeah, you really like that one. I didn't mind it. You will eat it straight from the tub, you.
Oh yeah, it's delicious. But it's ready to go.
Yeah. I don't mind. I just don't like thick I don't like anything thick and gelatinous. Jellies, anything like that. I like, if I'm going to have Yorkshire pudding, I like, when the Yorkshire pudding is fluffy, so you have the crunch and you have the fluffiness. I like that. When you drizzle the gravy on it,
No, then it
No.
gets soft. Then obviously, because the gravy's going to
So
soak
it would
into
be
it.
slushy and it would be mush. No, I don't like gelatinous nonsense. You know, things like but you would like that. Semolina, tapioca.
Yeah, I'd eat that.
All of that. I don't mind rice pudding. I quite like rice pudding.
I wouldn't go. To be honest with you, those ones I wouldn't go out my way. If there was a menu and it had it on the menu, I wouldn't order it.
You like creme caramel, don't you?
Yeah, again, no, same thing. If it was
Yeah.
if it was on a menu in a restaurant, I wouldn't order it.
Yeah.
I'd order something else.
I don't mind. What's the one? Creme brulee. I don't mind. It's not. Again, it's not. I don't love it, but I don't mind creme brulee. Although that is a custard. I don't mind it so much. I think the sugar on top helps it, but it's never thick. It's always thin. I want a nice thick layer of sugar.
So Ben, do they? The other thing I noticed that was popular in the States was we will put bacon on donuts. Is that quite common? And have you been back to Voodoo Donuts?
Oh God, they live in Voodoo Donuts is their second home.
Where is there? Is there one near where you live?
Every weekend when they're going, I see Voodoo Donuts, making me jealous.
I know. What you got here? We've got donut time, and then you've got Crosstown Donuts.
Crosstown Donuts. That's not even on the list.
No, but
Crosstown Donuts. And you know what? Donut Time have never been the same since they got rid of the Oh My Lord.
Oh yeah, you love the Oh My Lord.
The Oh My Lord was good. What the Donut Time were thinking, getting rid of that flavour? I have no idea.
You're gonna have to let it go. It's just gone now. Yeah, it's gone. But
I missed it last year.
We do like Donut Time, I've got to say. Although we must try the new flavours. We should have done a video really on the Christmas
Bread
ones.
Ahead.
Oh, Bread Ahead.
Those donuts are.
There you are. No, not been there for a while. It's on the West Coast. There you go. Well, there's one in Florida.
They just posted a picture a couple of weeks ago.
There you are.
With your donut and had the cheek to send me a picture of it.
Oh, Voodoo Donuts. Yeah.
And showing me the Siobhan's grape donut.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. I think we had that, didn't we, when we went to Florida? That was really nice. The grape donut.
Yeah, the grape donut was nice. I think my favorite, the one that I liked, was the maple syrup one, but I didn't like it with the bacon on it.
No, just take the bacon off.
Yeah, which I did.
I just don't find that funny. That was from May, he said.
That's from May.
Yeah. I know. Kay's trying to make it out like you do it every week. Oh, they're going to.
It seems like it's every week with the amount of pictures that she sends me of Voodoo Donuts.
Just jealous of the Voodoo Donuts. You should do that. Just to eat loads of them and just post them like every other week, just to make it look like you're having them every other week. They're doing it again.
I'd be more thing if it was Cheesecake Factory.
Oh yes, Cheesecake Factory.
I miss the
Cheesecake Factory.
That and Bahama Breeze. I miss the Bahama Breeze.
We miss our Bahama Breeze. I hope to go back there again and try.
Definitely.
Looking forward to that. Actually.
Definitely, and I will definitely eat outside because we always eat inside. It's rare we eat outside, but I've been taking out prawns out of the freezer, and I'm thinking, do you know what? Today I'm going to do coconut prawns. And then I ended up doing a pasta or whatever because I couldn't be bothered with all the dip, the washing, the dipping, the thing everything, and then deep fry it and
dip one in egg, then in flour, then thing.
You got to flour it first, then dip it in egg, then dip it back in the flour.
Ben and Siobhan said we went to the Cheesecake Factory on Tuesday.
And what did you have?
Yeah, what did you have?
What did you have?
What cheesecake did you go for?
Do you go for a new cheesecake every visit, or do you stick to the cheesecake that you like so as you're not disappointed?
I've got to be honest, if we lived near a Cheesecake Factory, we would go one by one, try to sample all of them. Oh, we haven't done this one yet, let's do this one. Even right down to the one we get, the ones we didn't want to try. We think, come on, we've got to try it now. We've got to try it because we're here now.
I don't know about that because Mark's a creature of comfort, so I don't know if you.
No, I would try them all.
Okay.
I would try them all eventually, not all in one go.
No, obviously not. Can you imagine?
The trouble is when we go for 2 weeks. Of course, like you say, if you're going to try them all, you'd have to do it in either one sitting or go back a couple of times. It's not possible.
Yeah.
Even said she loves chicken and waffle.
Yeah, do you know what? When Lorenzo and I went to the Duck and Waffle, which is where I met Georgina, by the way. I enjoyed the duck. I thought was really nice. And the waffle. I would have liked to have had the duck confit and the waffle, but for some reason something wasn't working, and so they were saying, "Oh, the duck and waffles." Oh, they didn't have the duck confit in. So that was a little bit annoying. So we just had duck and waffle, but the duck and waffle was good nonetheless, and I do thoroughly recommend it. Where else did I go and I had duck? Oh, I went to the Ivy in Victoria and I had duck there, and that duck was nice as well. We had duck and
Ooh,
mash.
waffle. Do you know what? I'm fancying waffle actually.
Yeah, it's a shame your thing doesn't work because your Mickey Mouse one.
No, I know exactly. I'll have to give that back to you, Ben, at some point if you want to try it in the States. It just doesn't work here.
Yeah.
Bang on, said Ben. Yep, I've got a spreadsheet of every cheesecake. I've got about 5 to go. And on Tuesday, I had the low carb original one. As you can tell, these were low on the priority list. So you have gone through.
I'm just thinking of the spreadsheet.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. I would have done that as well. So tell us, of the ones you've tried thus far, and you've only got, what, 5 to go, did you say? Yeah, 5 to go. What has been your favourite, yours and Siobhan's favourite on the Cheesecake Factory? What is can you narrow it down to your favourite one? Or can you narrow it down to at least a couple that you would say are your favourites?
And what are your favourite dishes?
At the Cheesecake Factory.
Because I think for you, is it the catfish?
So for me, well, actually, about the black, they don't do the catfish when we went last time. No, they didn't do it. So my favourite at the time when we went, now this is going back 4 or 5 years ago, was the deep fried catfish. So it looks like fish and chips, but instead of cod, it's catfish, but delicious, all battered, really, really nice. And I think we had that with a salsa from memory. That was delicious. And then they stopped doing it, unfortunately. That was my favourite dish. My favourite cheesecake, and I can't remember. So bear in mind, this is about 3-4 years ago since I've had it. So it's been a long time. But from memory, it was the apple, either it was apple pie or apple crumble cheesecake.
For some reason, I thought the pineapple one.
Oh, no, sorry. You're right. I think it was the pineapple one.
Yeah.
It's the pineapple cheesecake. That was my mom. That was delicious. So that is mine. Oh, can you pronounce that? Giardelli?
Oh, Ghirardelli.
Ghirardelli. Very cherry Ghirardelli.
Ah.
Oh, cherry. I have to try that
because
one.
I bet it's because it tastes similar to Black Forest Gatto.
Actually, thinking of you, Kelly bought Black Forest Gatto flavoured hot chocolate for the velvetizer.
And you love it.
Oh, it's delicious. It's really good. I'm not a big fan of Black Forest Gatto, but that was really nice. Excuse spelling. Siobhan doesn't like cheesecake. Rolly eyes.
I was about to say, shocking. Something else. Shocking.
Yeah. Has it got garlic in it?
Yeah.
No, I was going to say it's what was I going to? No, that Black Forest Gatto you would love. You would love the Black Forest Gatto.
Yeah. I would say
Black Forest Gatto hot chocolate. Sorry.
Ben would like it, but I would think he might want a little bit of sugar in it.
You sweet tooth over here, put sugar in their hot chocolate.
No, not all my hot chocolates.
That one you do.
No, not that one. It was another one, and I said, "Oh, it needs a little bit of sugar." Oh, was it the Black Forest Gatto one?
Yeah, it was a Black Forest Gatto.
I did a little bit of sugar.
Yeah, a spoon of sugar. It doesn't need it, but you of course have to put it in there. Kelly would do that with as well. Like I said, we had apple crumble, which is really sweet when we went to the crypt.
It wasn't sweet.
And then
it was like school dinners.
It needs sugar. It needs sugar.
It was like school dinners.
Kelly would get a spoonful of sugar. Try. Oh, that needs more sugar. That's what you would say because it just has never sweet enough.
And you would forget in 2 seconds whatever it is that I've just did because that is your memory. Oh yeah, what was that again?
Yeah, I would actually, to be fair. But no, Kelly has a very sweet tooth.
Yeah, I do have very sweet teeth.
You can see.
I'm Mauritian. What can I say? And I, a friend. Oh God, where was it? She came from. Oh, her name was Shakira, and I can't remember where it was. Actually.
Shakira.
Yeah, it was some. I think her mum came from some part of India. I think it was. And I remember her saying, when they went over, they said, "Oh, do you want some tea?" And she was like, "Oh, yes, please." And they go, "Oh, how many sugars?" "Oh, I don't take sugar." What? Are you diabetic? And it's just a simple. If this happens in Mauritius, right? And they made you a cup of tea, and you said, "Oh yeah, no sugar, please." Diabetic? Are you diabetic? That is the first question that they would ask you. Are you diabetic because you don't take sugar in your tea? It is unusual, but although they have a sweet tooth, because it's so hot, they don't tend to eat a lot of chocolate.
Right.
But it will be things like
so you have your sugar.
It would be tea. It would be cakes.
Right. So yeah, basically
it would be ice cream.
You're getting your sugar intake in different ways.
Yeah, but even then, a lot of Mauritians won't eat anything cold or drink anything cold. So they wouldn't have ice in their drinks, and they wouldn't eat ice cream actually.
Mm.
Yeah, but obviously us living here, we will go, and that would be the keystone. Oh yeah, ice cream, especially you.
Oh, I love ice cream.
This one is queue and buffet. He's queuing for the ice cream. This
I
one.
love ice cream. That's one of my favorite desserts. Not my favorite, but it's one of my go-tos actually is ice cream.
Your favorite is eating mess.
Eat a mess is the best, according to me. No,
Yeah,
that's my
in your opinion.
Yeah, that's my dessert though. That's my go-to of choice.
Yeah. I recently I've been thinking, oh, I want to bake a cake, but I'm thinking I might do like a crumble cake. So crumble top cake. So I'm just debating, would I do it? Could I do it? And how would I do it?
I think you're gonna add, should I do it?
There's no question of should I do it.
That does sound nice
That's
actually.
just
A crumble
crazy
cake.
talk. Should I do it?
Of course you should do.
But yeah, I just don't know. And I think because you made strawberry jam with one of your, I think it was with your pancakes.
Well, there was two recipes actually, so it's not jam per se, but it's like a compote. So so if you watch the videos, I did the bulletproof strawberry skillet pancake, and that's from the Back to the Future recipe cookbook. And then I did the Megatron's waffles, and again that is from the Supernatural cookbook. So both of them require their own strawberry sauce, and basically you get a massive load of strawberries, cut the green heads off, put them in. Well, obviously after you've washed them, you add about a cupful of sugar in there, and you just slowly, nothing else, you don't add any water, and the juice naturally comes out of there, and it just sweetens it. It's delicious, really good on waffles.
Because I'm debating whether to make a pineapple jam, so like to make a pineapple crumble top cake. That's
work.
what I'm thinking about.
That would work. We will have to film it,
and well, we'll see about that. Because I'm not sure. Well, we could, but I just find it a hassle because it's a first recipe as well, and I've not tried it before.
Well, listen, all the cookbook ones I do is first stab. That's my first go at it.
But what I'm saying is because I can. It's just that obviously you have to set the camera at this point, and then you have to set the camera at that point, and then you have to set the camera at this point. And sometimes when I'm concentrating on something, I like to just try and get on with it rather than having, oh, I've got to say, oh, I've got to do this, oh, I've got to do that. But I'm thinking I would like to try that, but I don't know whether to make a pineapple jam or whether to buy a pineapple jam.
We will see. Well, guys, we've been going for 1 hour and 3/4, nearly 2 hours. So we are going to say adios right there. This will not be our last one before Christmas. We will be doing our live on Tuesday, 6 p.m. UK time, as we normally do. So that will be our last one before Christmas. And then until it'll be New Year? No. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll try and get there.
Because you've got all the bank holidays in between.
Yeah, I've got to work it out. But yes, we'll figure it out by next Tuesday. But next Tuesday, we will be there, UK time, 6 o'clock live. Please join us. Thank you again so much for everybody joining us. Thank you so much for your comments. It's really nice to see you all, and lovely having your comments and being able to interact with you. As always, be careful. Please look after yourselves, and remember, you are never too old to have fun. We will see you in the next live Tuesday, 6 p.m. Have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you Tuesday. Bye for now.
Bye for now. Take care.